Hello friends, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the videos. Thank you for your support.
Subaru's Crosstrek was a hit right out of the gate in 2013. 6 years into the model's second generation in North America, its popularity continues to grow. According to Subaru, 154,142 examples of the crunchy subcompact crossover found a home in 2022, its best year ever. That's an increase of more than 27,000 units over 2021, not bad for an aging model born from a lifted Impreza concept unveiled in 2011. To keep the product and the profits rolling, Subaru has ramped up the supply chain with an international approach. For the new third-gen 2024 Crosstrek, Subaru continues to build the 2.0-liter equipped base and premium models in Japan, while it assembles the 2.5-liter Sport, Limited, and upcoming Wilderness trim levels in Lafayette, Indiana. It's the first time the Crosstrek has been built stateside, though Subaru notes the facility in Japan continues to build 2.5-liter models for overseas markets. The strategy increases production volume and serves as a buffer for any supply chain difficulties or pesky socio-political or economic issues that might throw a wrench in their cash printing machine. We drove a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Premium 2.0-liter in California earlier this year. The reduced interior sound levels, improved CVT performance, and addition of wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto were all signs of progress. To get a taste of what an additional half-liter of displacement can bring to the table, we joined Subaru in Woodstock, New York, and settled into a Crosstrek Sport. The Crosstrek's 2.5-liter flat-4 engine produces 182 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, increases of 30 horsepower and 33 pound-feet compared to the 2.0-liter. Sharp-eyed Subaristi will note an additional 2 pound-feet compared to the previous 2.5-liter. More significantly, peak torque now arrives at 3,700 revolutions per minute, 700 lower than before. The manual transmission option is gone for 2024, but 2.5-liter cars have paddle shifters and a manual mode. EPA estimates come in at 26 miles per gallon city and 33 highway, versus 2.0-liter models. The larger 2.5-liter requires a 1 mile per gallon sacrifice in each measure. Both engines score 29 miles per gallon in combined driving. Over our 75 mile per hour highway fuel economy route, our 2.5-liter Crosstrek Limited test car returned 35 miles per gallon, 2 miles per gallon better than the EPA estimate. If those numbers paint a mental picture of launching away from stoplights like a WRX, you might want to get out your cognitive eraser. Yes, the Crosstrek's lower torque peak reduces the wait time when slicing and dicing around town in sport mode, but steep hills and freeway on ramps require some advanced planning in the throttle department. At 8.1 seconds to 60 by our stopwatch, the 2.5-liter was 0.6 slower than a 2021 model we tested. And it also slipped a bit in the quarter mile with a 16.3 second time, versus 16.0 previously, at 88 miles per hour. Still, the flat 4 exudes that warm, familiar, willing personality that summons a peaceful grin rather than a mischievous one. Yes, this Subaru is comparatively slow, but somehow it convinces the driver that its pokey nature is endearing rather than irritating. The updated chassis is 10% stiffer yet also lighter, thanks to fewer subsections and 89 feet of structural adhesive. Subaru also claims 20% less engine vibration makes its way to the cabin because of various updated mounts, cradles, and component cases. On the downside, that improved isolation partially negates the weight reduction. On our scales, the 2024 Crosstrek came in at 3,412 pounds, 61 more than the outgoing version. But it's a trade-off we're happy to make. Despite our sound meter picking up 1 additional decibel of noise, 69 decibels to the 2021 model's 68, at a 70 mile per hour cruise, the overall NVH reduction does make the 2024 model a more pleasant space to spend time. Like the 2.0 base and premium models, 2.5-liter Crosstreks get a modified version of the WRX's electronically assisted power steering, plus larger 12.4-inch front brake rotors to replace the previous car's 11.6 inches. Rear discs increase in size to 11.2 inches from 10.8 and are now ventilated like the fronts. Still, we measured a 172-foot stopping distance from 70 miles per hour, 3 feet longer than the outgoing model. The parking brake is now electrically operated, which is sure to disappoint at least a few budding rally drivers. Eager to prove the Crosstrek Sport is more than just another lifted hatchback clad in plastic attitude that its internals can't back up, Subaru directed us to the nearby Platkill Mountain Ski Resort. Looking every bit the set of a zany 80s ski movie, minus the cheesy soundtrack and token stoner employee, its gracious owner was game to let us traipse across the property's less critical bits, meaning not the main ski runs. Preceded by 2 days of rain, we eyed our Crosstrek's 18-inch Falcon Zeek CE001 AAS all-season tires with suspicion. Can the Crosstrek's 8.7 inches of ground clearance, standard but revised all-wheel drive system, and deep snow/mud drive mode keep us from sinking door handle deep in one of several strategically placed mud pits? There's only one way to find out. With 3,500 feet of total elevation, the opportunity for hilarious out-of-control downhill careening was high. Still, the Crosstrek managed to keep us off the tragedy for Click's side of the internet, for now, anyhow. Ascending the wet, rocky terrain proved relatively uneventful with the AWD system in its deep snow/mud setting, which also engages hill descent control. Things got muddy as the pitch of the descent increased. Removing our feet from the pedals and leaving the hard work to the software, the car crawled downhill at about 4 miles per hour, alternately increasing and decreasing brake pressure with a stuttering action, occasionally adding throttle and diverting torque as needed with remarkable efficacy. Mud pits, too, presented little challenge. Our Crosstrek navigated them with dogged determination, thanks to the software sorting out the traction and wheelspin particulars. Progress proceeds at a slow and steady pace regardless of any ham-footed accelerator inputs. A second loop of the circuit at triple the speed yielded the same results with an increased odor of burning brakes and mud baking on the exhaust. Prices for the 2024 Crosstrek Sport start at $30,290. That's the entry point for the 2.5-liter engine, and it is $4,000 more than a base Crosstrek with a 2.0-liter. The Sport also includes a wireless phone charger, the all-weather package, heated front seats, windshield and exterior mirrors, and a leather-wrapped steering wheel and shifter. A package adding a power driver's seat, power sunroof, blind spot detection, and rear cross-traffic alert is a steal at $1,920. The $32,190 limited includes everything on the Sport and adds leather seating, the safety package, a slightly different 18-inch wheel design, and some additional minor trim bits inside and out. Bundling a power sunroof with a Harman/Kardon audio system is an additional $1,795, or as is the case with our test vehicle, a $2,445 upgrade that also adds in-dash navigation. Unfortunately, no matter how much you spend, Subaru will not sell you a power front passenger seat. Will most owners ever abuse their Crosstreks as we have? Probably not. By that same token, few buyers who lay down the cash for a set of Atomic Redster skis will ever take first in a single downhill, let alone a record 53 World Cup slalom wins like Michaela Schifrin. But sometimes, it's nice to know that what's inside the box can actually deliver the goods promised by the packaging.